Right, now let's deal with the old final story that we've got here. Not with that one. Where's it gone? There we go. So, like I said, let's move on now to this one here that we have, which is actually an Afghan refugee who was in Austria, Vienna originally, and has managed to sneak out of there, get into the UK, sneaked onto a boat, and come into this country. But the major problem with that is, because obviously thousands of them are doing it a day, is that this guy raped and killed a 13-year-old girl in Austria before he's escaped there and come over here, given a fake name and then been allowed in, given an hotel and all this nonsense, before eventually being caught because the authorities over in Austria contacted our police force and said, "Oi, you got some dirty rapist scumbag over there who killed a 13-year-old girl. Arrest him, get him back here."
Yeah, and the problem with this is our authorities and the checkers on this side didn't pick anything suspect about this guy whatsoever. I mean, he was in a hotel paid for by the taxpayer for 2 weeks before the Austrians gave us a heads up on it.
Yeah, 2 weeks. And that literally proves 110% that no security checks are being done whatsoever in my mind. How can you come in 2021, just give a false name and have no one try to check or do any sort of checks against that, considering they must know you've come through Europe, so they must be able to check before they give you a hotel where you've been. You should be able to do all that sort of shit within a day, let's be honest. It shouldn't take that long, should it?
No. Well, news came out recently as well from Border Force that a lot of people that are coming, even on planes from Afghanistan, don't even have passports, or they've held fake passports, fake identities. So it's not just dinghies that are the problem at this point. It's coming through our airports as well.
Yeah, but this
and it seems that even then they didn't know.
This dirty scumbag rapist cunt, though, he come
through
a fucking boat alongside his boat wankers and arrived in the channel, picked up no doubt halfway by Border Force or the RNLI, and then brought back in, processed through with his fake name, given an hotel, 2 weeks, probably sat there complaining about it because he wanted a 4-bedroom house or some shit like that.
Exactly, yeah.
When you actually read through the story of this, it's beyond sickening. I don't even care.
Oh, yeah.
And another thing I want to point out about it is not once does the Mail call out the fact that this is a dirty paedophile. Not once.
100%.
This is a 22-year-old.
I mean, this was a gang crime as well. This wasn't just him.
Yep, no gang rape mentioned in there. Didn't say he took part in a gang rape, did you, the Daily Mail? No. But that is what he did. Apparently lured to an address in Vienna by some 16-year-old Afghan that they knew who had spoke to her on Instagram. Once there, 4 of them drugged her, raped her, strangled her, and stuck her next to a tree in a rug. Just left her there like a piece of rubbish on the floor. 13-year-old
and then managed to
kid.
Get across numerous borders and an open stretch of sea.
Yeah. Managed to cross multiple borders in Europe, jump in a dinghy, float his way over the channel, and be picked up by our fucking authorities, and then offered the lap of luxury compared to what he would have been used to, I'm sure.
Now, apparently he is looking at a trial date for extradition to Austria. But the way that deportations are going at the minute, I'm not too sure that that's actually going to work. Even
no, they'll get rid of him. They'll get rid of an extradition. He'll go. He'll go 100%. They'll get rid of him.
He needs to face justice.
Yeah, Austrian police will want their pound of flesh. You better believe it. He'll be going back there. They won't. I don't know about the laws in Austria, but I'm pretty sure they're more strict than ours. So hopefully he'll do serious time. Not like ours. He'd probably get fucking 5 years with our piss poor justice system.
Well, these cases they're a horror story, but it is why a lot of people are concerned about the influx of people and the lack of knowing who they are. Because this could be any one of them, couldn't it? It could be any 100 of them for all we know.
Well, there's 4 of them doing it there. How many of them have done it previously that we don't know about? How many of them have just raped someone and not killed them and then got away with it, never been fingered, and then come over here and then joined a grooming gang or something like that, or just rolling around raping people like down the ones that were in Tenby in Wales? Who they were rolling around in their little parks, as I covered at the time, and trying to chat up little schoolgirls and that, until people come along and said, "Oi, what you doing?" and they fucking run off. You know what I mean? The
It
so-called
just
kids,
shows you
the
how
so-called kids
inadequate
coming over
our
on the boats, isn't it? The old kids
yeah.
coming over on the boats that look
Oh
45.
yeah, the heartstrings comments.
Yeah, oh, what a load of fucking old bollocks that is. But this one
Yeah.
here is just sickening beyond belief what he done first, and then the fact that a dirty nonce cunt can actually do a runner across Europe and get into the UK without no checks, having gang raped and killed some
Yeah.
13-year-old fucking girl. That is a kid. That is a child. Like, Jesus, that's terrible. And yet, no one's done nothing. And apparently he was in a hotel in Whitechapel, East London.
And they'll just do what they always do. This is just a one-off nutter. It's always the same, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a nutter, because there's 4 of them doing it together. They've all talked about it like, yeah, this is a good idea, and then took part in killing and disposing of a body. Like, there's no, oh, this is one nutter.
Sick. It does. It
this
makes
is
me sick.
4 Afghan guys doing something together. It's it makes me beyond sick. I literally hope they rot in hell, the people who are involved with this. But I wonder why there's no mention in this article that we've got here of the other people who done this. What happened to them? Have they been caught?
What happened to them? There's no mention whether they've been caught, whether they've been sentenced, anything.
Or whether they're already in the UK, which is always possible, let's be honest.
Very possible, yeah, because, I mean, they're faking their IDs, aren't they?
Yeah, well, that's it. They're faking more than their IDs, because this one's faking the fact that he's been in Europe, I would expect. I mean, I don't know how he's managed to say that. He must have said he just slipped through and didn't get through any European customs checks or anything like that, maybe, because I just can't see, unless they're not checking at all, how he would get in without someone thinking, well, hold on a minute. There's no record of him. There's no record of him in Europe. There's no one known by this name having entered Europe. So who is this person? Is he lying to us?
Yeah.
And unless they can prove who they are, they should assume they're lying. Of course we're not. 100% we're not, I would say. 100%.
It just shows you as well how porous borders really are, our borders really are. Even though we were promised that they'd be locked down, they just...
As I said last time, oh yeah, we're going to control the borders, take back control. What they really meant is we'll open them wider than a hooker's legs. Literally, that is what they mean.
And we won't care who comes.
Yeah, and we won't care what you say about it. We don't care that we're supposed to be the party against this and people voted for us to stop this. We don't care about that. We're going to do it anyway. That has been the Tory motto. That has literally been the Tory, and not just for this parliament, but for every parliament before. They always claim to stop immigration and stop all of this sort of shit, but they never do. In fact, they support it, in my opinion.
They can't not support it at this point. I mean, they've got the 80-seat majority to do something, and they've done bugger all other than just spout hot air over and over again and expect people to lap it up.
Yeah, they can pretty much do what they want within reason, as long as it's not to be seen against the British public, which are expected to vote for these idiots.
Yeah, they'll say what people want to hear and do the exact opposite.
Oh, without doubt, which is a politician all over. If his mouth's moving, the cunt's likely lying.
Yeah, pretty much.
But right, guys, we're going to end today's daily news show there. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back tomorrow again for another one, so I hope to see you all there.
Yeah, see you again soon, everyone.